and this is Lily and the Bee. Thank you so much for joining me. And I've got to think of something different to say at the beginning, because I always say it's my channel about my confidence and everything, but my confidence is at a normal level, so I don't need to keep saying the confidence bit. I need to think of something different to say, but more about that at the end of this episode. But first of all, I've got loads and loads to show you. You've got dressmaking, embroidery, I've got some new crochet, I've got some fabric, I've got some wool, I've got all sorts of things, so I'm really excited to share them all with you. So grab yourself a drink or something to eat or your craft of choice and settle down and join me for half an hour or so of crafty chat and waffle. And I talk very fast, don't I? Crafty chat and waffle. So where should we start? So I don't know if anybody watched my English paper piecing video, tutorial, but I did that and put it up separately. But at the end, I did a little bit of a video to show you the bag, the finished bag. And I think regular viewers would like to see it if you haven't watched the tutorial anyway. So you don't have to watch the tutorial, but you might like this little bit. So I'm just going to pop that up now. You all love the bin chat, don't you? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a vlog. Once I did a vlog in, was it June or July? I can't remember now. June, I don't know. I did some vlogs, a month of vlogs, and I don't really do anything, so they weren't very good. It was just me wandering around the house, occasionally going out to the garden and going to work. And empty the bins out. And we had a whole episode I was just talking about emptying the bins. So yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's kind of a bin joke within the channel. But anyway, this is the bag I made for the tutorial, so I just thought I'd show you. I've got little ice creams. This is all Ruby Star fabric, which is really bright and cheerful, which I absolutely love. So I made that, and the main part of the tutorial was the English paper piecing part. So just thought I'd show you that because it's finished. I'm going to do them in order of how I've got them piled up next to me. We have a crochet item. I was making little crochet squares in my stitch. I've been going to a knit crochet group, and I wanted something to take, and I'd got a lot of really pretty coloured yarn that I wanted to use, but I didn't have enough to make anything big. I was going to make a blanket, but to be honest, I didn't really have enough. So I started stitching the little squares, and I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to stitch them in a long line and make a scarf, which is what I've done. So I don't know what you think, because it's a bit, I don't know, I haven't really seen anybody else do this with them, but I think they're nice. Oh, excuse for the click of the neck. Someone has asked me to do a twirl every episode. So I'm not wearing anything very exciting today. I've got a little, none of it's made by me. I've got a little, but this is later on. I've just got a little knitted crocheted little top, and I've actually got shorts on. I've got my surf shorts on today, look. So that's my outfit today. Not very well tucked in, so not that exciting. I like to layer up, as I'm sure you. Some people have said I've had a dress on, but it's just been a top, and I'm a layery person. I'll put all bright colours and layer them up, and I quite like that. Anyway, so this is what I've made. A really long, well, it's not really long, but it's just, I stitched, to be honest, the trouble with me is I get a bit excited and I want the item to be finished, so I did stitch it quite quickly together, so don't look at the stitches in between because they're not very neat. Anyway, I made, you can see they're sort of similar colours, and I stitched them together, the granny squares, and because it's quite stretchy, it's gone that sort of the granny rectangles rather than granny squares. So yeah, and then I just did white or creamy white all around the outside, just a single crochet just to finish it off. And is it wearable? What do we think? Neil said, well, that's a bit thin for a scarf. I said it's called a skinny scarf, which is a thing, isn't it? I have got a skinny scarf that I've bought upstairs. Men don't know about things like that, do they? Sorry if there's any men watching. You might be a man watching. Say, well, I know what a skinny scarf is. Anyway, this is my skinny scarf, which kind of goes with my outfit. So what do you think? Is that a good idea to use up the granny not the granny, the little bits I'd got. It was quite quick to make, really, once I'd made the granny squares. I think it's pretty. I'll keep it on there. It's quite cold today. There we go. I'll prove it's wearable. I'm going to keep it on. Yeah, I think I like it. Looks okay on camera. Do you think it needs pom-poms on the end? Do love a pom-pom. Right, I think I'll keep it on for a little while unless I get too hot. Right, what else have we got? So let me tick. I've got a big list, so I'm going to, sorry if it's going to be a bit annoying, but I'm going to top crochet scarf. I'm going to tick them off as I do them, otherwise I will forget. So these aren't in any particular order. I said they're just in the order of what I'm going to, how they are next to me. So I am making an embroidery, a quilt, 4 seasons, kind of roughly 4 seasons, as in the colours are a little bit 4 seasons and how I've thought of it. So they're not overly themed. But I've finally finished the final one, which has taken me ages to get around to. But I just want to, this has been a week of finishing things I've started. So that's the 4th one, which will be a square. I'll take it out of the hoop, obviously. And I'm going to have the 4 squares, 4 like so. And then I'm going to put some fabric around the outside in a kind of patchworky, but not squares, like, you know, kind of lengths of fabric around the outside, and make 4 squares, one in the middle, and then the fabric around the outside. And then I don't know how many, whether there'll be 2 layers or each. I'll have to just kind of layer it up and see what it looks like. Then I'm going to do some more embroidery kind of over the top of it, kind of blending it all in together, and then sew them all together, and then maybe do a bit more embroidery. That's kind of the plan. So it's a work in progress. It's not planned. I'm making it up as I go along in my own little style, as you know I do. So I just thought I'd show you, because I finished the 4th one, which means I can get some fabric together now. Hopefully I won't have to, I'm going to try not to buy any. Got a wee bit of hair sticking out there. Hopefully I won't buy any. I'll have a look to see what I've got already, and hopefully there'll be something that I can use for that. But I'm pleased I got that one finished. I did a sort of some different stitches on there. I did more sort of those kind of stitches, which is just, I can't remember what it's called. But I haven't done that before. That was actually quite easy. And I did all the little French knots in the middle. Yeah, so that is finished, and that can go with the other 4 and then other 3, and then I can start putting the colours and everything. I've closed the curtains because the sun, and it's still quite so I'm sorry if the light's a bit weird, but it's always like that. It's Saturday morning, and if the sun's out, it's always sunny, but this is the best this is the best place for me to film, because I've got everything on the table here and everything kind of around me. So sorry if it's annoying. Right, so yes, that's the embroidery, and I still love embroidery, but I hadn't done any for a while, and it's been sitting there, and I just thought, it took me about an hour to finish it. So they're quite quick. If you do any embroideries, actually, they're fairly fast to get through. You know me, slow stitching. I need to rename it fast stitching, because I don't do anything slowly, do I? I'm talking really fast now. If I talked at a normal speed, my videos would be about an hour long. Right, so let me cross that one off the list. Can't even find it. Completed embroidery, there we go. And can't read that. Right, yeah, let's show you this fabric next. So I ordered this from Wool Warehouse. Did I need to order something else? Yes, some wool, which I'll show you after. And I always have a look at the little fabric sale. And they had, I've just got some plain pink, which is very exciting, and some white. I just got the white because I've wanted some white for ages, because that's on another plan to make some sort of machine quilty things I had an idea for, but now I might have changed that idea. Anyway, so I bought this, which is, I thought I'd ordered a fat quarter, but I've got loads of it. It must have been half a metre. I've got loads of it. Okay, so yeah, I've got all this. So it's kind of normal, but then you look at it and it's got cobwebs on. So I love the daisies, but I think the cobwebs are kind of, could I make a top out of that, do you think? Or would it look a bit weird? Because I'll show you in a moment, but I've been doing a little bit of dressmaking, so yeah, I think when I ordered it, I thought I'll just make myself a bag or something out of it, but actually, because I don't know why I ordered so much. Yeah, what do you think? Would it be a bit weird? Would it look a bit, I don't want to look too handmade, if you know what I mean. I don't know, but I really like the fabric. It's really pretty. So daisies and cobwebs. So I think it's Moda, and it was part of a Halloweeny kind of range, but it's not overly Halloweeny, is it? I think maybe you wouldn't even notice that it's got cobwebs on until you really stare at it. So I don't know, but I like it and it's a bit different. So pleased I've got it, and it was in the sale, I think. And this was also, I think this is Ruby Star again, and this was in the sale. And I thought these were brilliant. This is what I might possibly make a quilt out of, I'm not sure. But it's got loads of little tiny, so can you imagine that cut into squares and then made into something? All linked to Crochet. Is there anything sewing on there? Don't know. I think they're all kind of woolly, aren't they? Woolly, not willy. Made with love, yarn, handmade. It's got a little handmade. I just like that. That's the sort of thing you kind of have it, and then you think of something and think, oh, I'm going to make that. That's perfect for that. So yeah, I did think it would be quite nice to cut it into squares and do like a little squarey quilt, but I don't know if there's enough. Like, be a small quilt, but mix it up with other colours, but I don't know, I haven't really decided. But sometimes it was only a couple of pounds, so I've got it for future makes, and if I have any ideas with it. And I said, I'm not really sure about, let me know what you think about the black fabric. And I don't, like I said, I don't want it, you know, I think dresses can look a bit too homemadey, and I don't want to look all like obvious sort of made it myself, do you know what I mean? So let's tick that off. New fabric, did I even write that down? I don't know. Purchases, yes. And what else? I've got that. And oh, I wanted to say thank you to Lindsay, who bought me a Ko-fi coffee this week, which I really appreciate. And we live near the Broads, but we never go because it's not, because when you live somewhere that people visit, it's always packed, isn't it? So it's always really busy. It was a lovely afternoon, so last week, and I said to Neil, let's walk to the Broads, and we can go, and there's a nice little hotel you can sit and have a coffee and look out at the boats and everything. So we did that and had our coffee. So thank you so much, Lindsay. I really, really appreciate it. Lindsay from So Sweet Samuel, and if you don't probably watch already, if you don't watch, go and check out her channel, because she's lovely to watch, and she's like me, makes all different sorts of things as well. Multi-crafters, as we like to call ourselves. Would you like to see my top next? So I bought this pattern. You may remember, if you've been following me, watching me for a long time, that I bought this pattern ages and ages ago. I bought it from the Fold line because they print out the patterns as well, so it's quite expensive. And I did say to you at the time, I need to make sure that I make this because it cost a lot. With the pattern was maybe £13. No, was it? I can't remember. But then it was like £5 to get it printed in. And the postage, it cost a lot of money anyway. But I've made it now, so it's called Michaela Creates, and it's called the Camille top. And I'm small. I made it in a size 6, which was the smallest size. And honestly, I don't know what size it goes up to be honest. Does it say on here? Let me have a look. Oh, there we go. Sizes 6 to 22. So honestly, I didn't look after the pattern. When I got it, it was so crinkly. I was so embarrassed. She said to Neil, look at what have I done? How did it get so crinkly? It comes with a lovely folder, but mine managed to get completely crinkled up. I don't know. Look after your things, Lily. I will in future, because now I've got it in a little black folder. It's in a folder, so can't get crinkly. So let me show you. It's on the little lady here, the little spare lily here. You can see it. So I've used, it's supposed to look a bit different to this. It's supposed to have sheared sleeves that puff out like this. There's a sheared bit here and then it comes out afterwards. I didn't want those because I have got a top, and if anything's too frilly it doesn't suit my small frame, so I didn't really want to do that. So I've just made it with, I had this idea when I was in bed the other night. I was thinking about the top and I thought, I really want to make it with little tabs and buttons. That's going to look so cool. And then I couldn't sleep for ages because I kept thinking about it. So this is, I got this from the charity shop, this orange gingham. And you know I like a mixed match of colours. So I've got, and I used a little button. I've got loads, I bought a massive tub of these blue buttons years ago. And it's got writing on. So I've used different buttons for each side. This is just a, I don't even think it's 100% cotton. I think it's polycon. And I'd had it in my stash anyway. So I didn't really know what it was going to look like. I didn't know whether the top would be wearable. So I thought it was a bit like, actually that will do. But I think it looks really nice. It's interesting how a fabric that I wouldn't think I'd make a top out of or wear the top, once I've made it into the top, it actually looks really nice. So I'm really pleased with that. And I've used, it's got ties at the front. Obviously, I would need something underneath. It's a bit gaping in the middle, but that's how it's made. It's like a little top and you would put something underneath. You know I like a crop top, so it's cropped. The sleeves, you can see, oh, I've got it's right there. The sleeves are really big and puffy because they're supposed to be, if I go like, you can see they're supposed to be like this, which, as I said, I don't mind. It suits some people, and I have got a top like it, but I think for me, especially with this fabric, isn't if it is more of a I can't think of the word, but more of a finer fabric, and it would have hung down a little bit. But I think it would have gone out like this kind of thing. So I didn't really want that, and I just thought this looked a bit different. It looks nice on. I did the bottom a bit. When you do this bit at the bottom, it's called bagging the bottom. And the instructions were fine. If I'd never made anything before, maybe I'd have struggled, but I think you can just kind of Google. If you don't know what it is, you can kind of Google it and look up how to do a certain thing or watch a tutorial, can't you? But I must admit, I did rush it because I was excited at the end and I wanted to get it finished. So I did do the end a bit wrong, and I've only folded up once where it should be double. But I did this, I was kind of, I thought, oh, I know how to bag an end, and I kind of did that all quickly, and I thought, oh, hang on, I think I should have done something. So the bottom I did slightly wrong, I think, but it's wearable, it looks okay. And yes, you're thinking, Lily, you've got an overlocker, why didn't you use it? I have said to my mum about it, and she said she'll come round and help me set it up and use it. So when I've got some time off, which probably might be in October actually, got a couple of weeks off work in October, and we're going away in our van we're going to Bristol for the day, and then we're going to Cornwall. So we're going on a bit of a trip, different places every day as we do an endurance holiday, as I like to say to Neil, because he's planning it all. And then we're going here, then it's 3 hours here, then we're climbing up a mountain or a hill, and I'm like, when's the rest? I need a little rest. But he plans it and loves it, and I do enjoy them as well. I just kind of joke about them being an endurance holiday. And the first week we were at home, so I've got a bit of time then, so maybe I'll get my mum to come around then and she can help me set up my overlocker. But I'm really pleased with it. The tabs were really easy to do. The little bows, are really easy to do. It's got the facing on here. See, I've just zigzagged here, but really that should be, what's it called? Overlocked. It would look, it works with a zigzag, but. And the only other different thing I did was, which you might not be able to see, but I just did a row of stitching along here, whereas it didn't say to do that. But I said to my mum, well, that was easier than making a bag, honestly. I thought dressmaking, I'm not saying I can make anything, and I did this bit wrong, but that was easier than making a bag. So in my mind, I feel a bit more confident about making different sorts of things now. But would you like to see it on me? Should I try it on? Let's unzip. Let's undo the lady. I did try it on once, but I haven't tried it on loads, so I hope it doesn't look hideous now. Right, let's take my lovely scarf off. And I would wear it like this with a long sleeve top underneath, because that's my kind of style. They call me Layer It Up Lily. No, don't actually call me that. Excuse, I've got bows here, so it might look a bit weird over the bows. Let's scoop that out of the way. So imagine it just over the blue top really, rather than the red one underneath. I'm dangerous with this. A proper fashion show. So what do we think? Don't think it goes with the surf shorts maybe, but there's the sleeves, little hooked up sleeves. Do you like it? Should I keep it on now? I like it, it's nice, isn't it? Get me making clothes. Oh my goodness, I'm really proud of that. Sorry if I'm sounding cocky now. She's so overconfident now, Lily. Do you remember when she started off and she wasn't confident? Oh, she's over the top now. She thinks she's great. I don't really, but I am really pleased with this top. I think the bits that I thought would be really hard, and I think are hard to do, the little bits here where you have to put the sleeve in and everything. So I am definitely keen to make more clothes now. I have had a quick look for patterns, but I couldn't find any, so I kind of gave up in the end. But I will find something else. I don't really know what sort. But yeah, there's a mismatch of colours, but I like stuff like that. I like when the colours all mix and match. I'm going to take it off now, because could you wear it like this? Yeah, I guess. So yeah, considering I didn't buy any fabric specially, I just used what I've got as well. So the cotton fabric didn't really cost me anything extra. I'll just show you the top, just where I did, because I think that looks quite good as well. So I did the top here. Look at that. I'm going on about it now. I'll put it away now. Right, what next? So when I was looking for something, I can't remember what I was looking for, I found a half-made granny square blanket with the nicest colours on, which I decided I didn't like the colours and I sold all the wool. So I was a bit disappointed with myself. Lily, why did you do that? Now I love it, and it's so soft and lovely, and I feel quite sad about it. So I have bought some more wool in similar colours, but they're not quite the same, because the pink isn't right, is the only thing. But these are the colours I have bought. So I'm hoping to make something similar to this, but finish it. They kind of look the same, don't they? I've got a red and that pink. I'm not sure about that pink. That looks a bit too much of a bluey pink, but I'll start it and see. And I don't know about this. Oh, maybe make it into a top. You could wait. That doesn't actually looks like a top, doesn't it? I'll be wearing this next week. Just stitch it to this. But I need a bag. Yeah, I'm so sad I sold all the wool. I had hurt my shoulder and I stopped crocheting because I'd hurt my shoulder. And even now, because I went mad doing this, that I can feel that has pulled my shoulder a bit. So I do need to be a little bit careful with how much I do. But anyway, I've got all that. That's what I bought from the Wool Warehouse with the fabric as well. So yeah, I haven't started it because I wanted to finish this first. I've been quite good in saying to myself, don't finish. I haven't got to finish everything, but I'd got to a stage where I'd got so many ideas and half-made things that it was kind of getting a bit chaotic in my brain. So, because I think also when you've got because I always think a blanket, what am I going to do with it? But they're quite nice to just have, or I haven't got it on there today. Sometimes I've just got one on the back here, or they're just nice to have folded around. They haven't got to be laid out on anything, have they? Which is what I always think. So yeah, I'm so sad about this one. I hope this one, do you think this one will look as good? Should I use the pink? Maybe without the pink. I don't know. I'll start it and see. I'll try and do it in the same kind of order. I think this is just DK. Oh, this is Yarn Smith's DK. That's not the right yellow either, is it? I wanted to get, because this original one, I looked for where I'd got it from. and I'd got it from Love Crafts a long time ago, 2023, and was it paint box, and I hadn't got any of the colours. All the colours I'd used were out of stock. So I could see the colours I'd used, but they were all out of stock, and I thought, I can't wait, I need it now. I can't wait for them colours to get back into stock again. I want it made. I don't want to wait for the colours to go. So that's another project, and I do think maybe without that bit, I'm not sure what the colours are going to look. I find it really hard to tell what the wool is going to look like crocheted up into something. So yeah, let's wait and see, should we, what happens with that. But I'll start that. Now I've finished this, that can be my crochet project, and I have got the one, keep showing you this one, but I've still got this one down here, which I haven't done for ages. I've probably forgotten how to do the stitch. But it's nice to have a couple on the go, isn't it? Never have to. I've just said I've got too many things and now I'm starting another one, but no, I've finished one, so I'm starting one, so that's okay, isn't it? So let's cross that off, and that one, and what am I going to say? Oh, thank you to all the lovely feedback from the stitch markers. I sold some of my, I will make some more, but they take quite, it sounds a bit weird, but they take quite a lot out of me to drill them, because they're quite hard to drill, as in you have to really concentrate and you're kind of bent over, so it's not an easy thing to do. And a few people have asked me to do tutorials for drilling sea glass, which I won't do, I don't think, because it involves water and you have to get a special drill bit and everything, and I just think there's other people who can explain it better than me, and I've got a cordless drill, but I don't want to be telling people to drill in water and everything, because so there's yeah, I learned from a channel called, and my phone stopped working when I was in the middle of a conversation, so I was just talking to the air for a while. So what was I talking about? Sea Glass Archaeology is the channel where I learned to drill sea glass. I learned all the hints and tips and how to do it properly from him. As I said, 'cause it involves water and drilling, and I wouldn't feel comfortable teaching people how to do that myself. There's loads of other people who do it. You can just search and it comes up. So yeah, I will be making some more at some point, and I'll add them on the shop as well. The English paper piecing kits are also about to be added. I've got them already, and there's the glue to buy separately, and there's kits of, I'm going to be making loads more, so if they sell out and you did want one, then don't worry, because I am going to be making more. I'm just waiting for some more fabric to arrive, so hopefully that will be soon, and I can just make some more anyway. But I'll just show you the little boxes. I made up the little boxes, and I think they look quite cute. These are the ones that are going to have the, I'll have a little bow on both of them. They will have 14 in, and these ones will have a couple of those as well. They will have 24. Not 24, they will have 28. All pre-cut, with little bits and pieces as well. But I'll maybe put a post up to show you that, rather than talking about it loads now, but they'll be up sometime over the next few days. And the last thing I want to talk about is the channel news. So as you know, if you've been watching me for a while, and I mentioned it quite a lot, I started the channel originally to build my confidence, and it has worked, and my confidence is not, I was at a normal level. I wouldn't want any, I mean, I know I was a bit over the confident about how great my top was, but I think it's served its purpose, as in I am confident now, and I'd set my goal of 1,000 subscribers, which just really, I think most people who start a YouTube at some point think they'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I'd got that little goal as well. And then I've been thinking about, I don't really know, I need another goal, or I enjoy doing it obviously, but I need another goal. I need something to, where am I going to go with it, I guess? Why am I doing it? Where am I going to go with it? How do I want it to work in the future? And I've felt like it's been a bit chaotic in my mind, and sometimes I'll record and I'll do blah, and I'll just, it's not, that's kind of not going to change what you're going to see necessarily, but in my own mind I need to just plan it a bit better, and be a bit more mindful about what I'm making and enjoy the making, because I suppose I found a little bit like I'm making so I've got something to show you, or I think, oh, I'll do this for this, and which I will still do, but I think I want to be able to do that a bit more. Just thinking about it a bit more rather than being a bit chaotic with it, I suppose. So what I've decided to do is record once every 2 weeks rather than every week, which I hope that will be okay. And then I feel like I can plan more and enjoy the making in between. And also, honestly, between me and you, I haven't had time to do the housework very much. So much needs cleaning, and like a proper deep clean, and I need to do my kitchen cupboards. And I thought, YouTube's taken up too much time. I'm not overly my house has got to be perfect, but you think, yeah, I do need to clean that a bit better than what it is. So I just need a bit more time, and I need a bit more crafting time. I think to make it, and because I'm making the videos in what I would say my own as a bit of a chaotic, unplanned kind of way, it's taking up so much time because I'm trying to edit it, and you do have to watch it back and edit it, and then I'm having to cut stuff out and confusing myself, everything. So I just need to plan it a bit better, and I feel like with doing them every week, I'm not getting that time to do that, I suppose. So my plan is, moving forward, without all the waffling, is to record and upload once every 2 weeks. I don't know whether it will be the same day or when. I haven't thought about that bit, and I've only really been thinking about it the last few days. So yeah, once every 2 weeks. They might be a bit longer, maybe longer than half an hour, but I don't think they're going to be like an hour long or really long either. So nothing really will change for you, apart from there'll be less videos. So I hope that's okay. Some of you might think, oh, thank goodness, thank goodness for that. I don't want to watch every week. And yeah, I just need to be a bit more organised with it. I'm very much, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then I don't do it, and then I just need to, which I know that's okay, and you can say things and then not do them, or that's, I know that's okay, and you don't mind, but I don't know, I just need to be more organised with it, I think. So yeah, I hope I'm explaining that okay, and you know what I mean. In my head, I kind of know what I mean, but I'm not sure if it's coming across okay. I still love making the videos, don't plan on stopping, and I like doing the tutorials, so occasionally I'll do little tutorials, like make-alongs and tutorials as well. But I think I've got a lot of ideas, and I'm not getting the time to do a lot of them because a lot of my time is taken making videos every week. So I think that's kind of what I want to say. I think that hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so the next video will be in 2 weeks' time, and like I said, I'm not really sure. Does it need to be the same day all the time? Do people like it to be the same day? I can do it the same day. I'm sort of person, once I record it, I kind of upload it. I don't really think, oh, well, I'll record it, edit it, and then put it up on a different day, but I could do that, I suppose. So maybe just let me know if you mind, if I just pop up and you don't mind when I pop up. Yeah, so that's it. So it's not a massive change, I don't think, and it's a change. It's just for me to, I think the videos will probably be better because I'll be able to have more time to make things, and yeah, I think I've got to still enjoy the making. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm really going on about it now, aren't I? Yeah, this week's been okay. I can't remember how long ago it was I made the tutorial, which was my last video. I think when you make the kind of show and tell style videos, you've got to have the show bit, haven't you? So that takes time. It's not just, if you're just making normal videos of whatever, then you don't have to have any time to actually, but with these type of videos, you do have to have the making stuff because that's what you're showing, aren't you? So that's the bit that takes the time, I suppose. And I guess with the last 4 weeks, I think some of the joy has been taken out of the things I've been making because I've put pressure on myself. You haven't put any pressure on me. I've been putting pressure on myself to upload the videos because I really like recording the videos, and I know I'll miss doing them every week, and I'll be like, oh, I really want to make a video, but also I've got to think about the crafting and the making and that kind of thing, and still enjoy doing that as much as I was before. So I'm not sure if that makes sense or if I explained it properly or not, but hopefully I have. So if you've reached the end, thank you, and I will see you in 2 weeks. That's okay. And thank you for all your continued support and everything. I really appreciate it, and all your lovely messages. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely fortnight, and I will see you very soon. Take care now. Bye.